Hey guys, so I'm going to be showing a very simple but effective, it's used as a defensive opener as Protoss. It's the defensive 3-gate, but you can use it very nicely with a 1 attack upgrade for it's about 7.5 minute push with warp gates and a bunch of stalkers and a couple sentries. So I'm going to show that. I'm going to show a couple fundamental things when trying to play Protoss, although Protoss is the easy race. Protoss is so easy to play, so easy to win. It's pretty much an 8-click race, so I'm going to be showing that. Yeah, just focusing around Chrono Boost, not getting supply blocked, constant warp tech, warp-ins, and constant probe production. So, probes and pylons. Yeah, although I tried to do a couple of other videos, but it was really like choppy, in the sense that the screen would be flickering black. But I don't know if that's just because I was full screen. I'm trying it again, so we'll just switch into the game view right now, and we'll see how that goes. So here we are. We're gonna try loading up a game right away, and if it's too choppy or too flickery or whatever, I know I don't have enough RAM to actually make it very good encoding. Shit. It keeps double clicking. I don't know if my encoder is good enough, or not encoder. I don't know if I have enough RAM to make it not like super choppy. But yeah, we'll go Protoss. It doesn't matter what they do because we're just gonna, well, we're doing the timing regardless, and we're gonna focus on just really good mechanics. Practice this until you can do it perfectly. And yeah, you should be in really good shape to actually get a couple ladder wins under your belt. I do a few more advanced things when I ladder, so like I never use this. It's more of a Wings of Liberty opener, but I don't know. It's still good. It's just there's safer ways to do it, especially when you get into more of the mid to higher level play where you need to have really solid early defense. But this is a good, I guess, opener into the Protoss gameplay and like game style, because it introduces a lot of the mechanics that a Protoss player should have without throwing in too crazy timings. So we're not going to be looking at Mothership Core. We're going to be constantly producing workers at 9 supply. We're going to be getting a pylon down, and we're going to be shift clicking back to our mineral patch, because Protoss workers don't need to actually build their buildings. So you just shift click back to a mineral patch and you're good to go. So when that finishes, we're going to be chrono boosting our Nexus so that our workers get out quicker. Chrono boost is Protoss's macro tool. It's like the mule, it's like the larva inject. Always make sure you're using this. Okay, so at 13 supply, we're going to be throwing down our gateway so that we can get that down without cutting any workers. And there it is, and we'll shift click back to a mineral patch. And we'll be chrono boosting our Nexus again. So after pylon you chrono boost, after gateway you chrono boost. And constant probe production. At 15 supply we're going to be throwing down our assimilator. And shift clicking back to our Nexus. And we're not going to chrono boost again because we're going to save that for our cyber core so that our warp tech can be chrono boosted for its entirety. At 16 supply we're going to be throwing down a pylon. We'll throw it right here because why the hell not. Going to queue up another worker so that our APM can be spent on other things if it's needed to be. So we're going to get our 3 probes on our assimilator as soon as possible. And our gateway's finishing up, so we can set a probe out to go plant down that cyber core. Throw it down right here because we're cool like that. And we're going to go back to our mineral patch. We're going to make another probe because yeah, we always want to be doing that. Probes and pylons, bitch. And yeah, we're good to go. We're not going to get a zealot just because they have no real purpose in the early and mid game unless you're proxying with them. A couple of them are always good to have, but you don't necessarily need them. We're going to throw down our forge right now, and we'll get another worker, and we'll throw down our second assimilator. Because about 75% you want to get your second assimilator down. And to finish, we're going to start chronoing that out. And we can get away with a stock right now. Then at whenever we can, we're going to throw down another pylon. We're going to get guys on this gas as quickly as possible. Keep chrono boosting out the cyber core. We'll throw down our pylon right now, and we'll be able to get our attack upgrade right away. And we're not missing any workers, so it's all pretty good. Pylon could have been a little earlier. We're going to throw another one down right away. And the main thing is we aren't cutting any workers. We're going to make a sentry just in case we need to wall off this ramp. That was a little choppy. I wonder if it was on your end. Okay, so we're floating a few resources. We're going to throw down another gateway. You haven't been keeping an eye on that. And then after that, we're going to make another stalker. We're going to be chrono boosting at our forge because we don't really need to actually chrono boost that anymore. It's done enough. And we're going to throw down another pylon just because we want to make sure that we're not getting supply blocked at all. And we can actually throw down another gateway. So that's done. So when these three are done, we're going to be able to warp them right away. We'll warp in a couple sentries just to make sure we use up that gas. And overall, we're looking really good. Chrono boost that out so that it gets on time. And we're going to send our probe out to place down a proxy pylon because we're going to want really fast and really efficient reinforcement for that push. Another pylon. And it's about to finish, so we can go out here. Probably could have sent the probe out a little sooner. We're going to make sure our chrono boost is still used. We're going to use it on our gateways now just because we want to get those units out really fast. We're just going to A-click the back of the base. So 3 stalkers and 2 sentries. We've got 3 more stalkers here. We're actually going to wait for the reinforcement. And we're not getting supply blocked. Kind of forgot to make the probe there. If we want to, we can even get our second gas, or our second upgrade. So we see that probe there. Cool, cool, cool. Keep making probes. Pylon finishes just as our other gateways off cooldown, so we're going to make another pylon because we don't want to get supply blocked even if we're going for this rush and it's raid in his base. And okay, so everybody's here, we're here for the party, and we're just going to A-click in. And there you go, this is finished. We're going to see what's our chrono boost look like. We can chrono boost our gateways a bit. And we're looking really good. Who's that? Oh, the sentry took a while to get there. Okay, so it could have been a little more polished. I haven't actually done this build in a little bit. But now if we really wanted to, we could throw down an expansion and then be a base up on him. Even if this fails, we could just do some damage and get out. And see, we're keeping up the probe production. We should probably throw down another pylon if I wanted to. But the game is pretty much over. Pylon or a probe. See, we're not getting supply block. Good thing we threw that down. Throw down another pylon. And GG's. Throw down a sentry because we're kind of used up on all our resources. And this should be it. So as you can see, we used up all of our resources. We didn't get supply blocked, at least not very long. We got 1 attack upgrade. We had our 3 gates constantly being used. We kept our gateway, our Nexus energy really low, and went for a really powerful early push, which just shut him down. So that's a really strong push that you can do if you've kind of scouted it. If he goes for an early expansion, you know that your army's going to beat him. It just pushes really early. It's really nice. The upgrade comes in handy so much. You could get the second or the 1 defense upgrade, so your second upgrade, and just make it so strong. And we look there, so our workers active were so much better than his. Resource collection rate, extremely better than his. Army value, every time, like everything was just better than his. We got 39 workers at, so about 40 workers by 10 minutes off of 1 base. Your benchmark off of 2 bases is going to be 50 workers. at the 10-minute mark. So we've pretty much met our benchmark with half the bases. And if you're thinking about it, you're going to get your expansion up around 5 minutes, so it's another 5 minutes between 5 and 10 of double the probe production, so you should be in really good shape. And yeah, so just kind of demonstrating. Now let me just switch it back to there you go. So yeah, so just demonstrating how strong Protoss is as a race early on. They're pretty much really strong throughout the entire game. They have really nice timings that come up, and yeah, I don't know, that's one thing that makes them kind of like the easy race. They're really powerful throughout the entire game, and they have really strong timings, and their warp-in mechanic. You can be warping in units at their base, not like Terran where you have to warp in at your barracks, your factories, or your starports. Or Zerg, where you have to make units at your hatcheries. So yeah, just showing some of the strengths of Protoss, and if you can do that, you'll be really well set to kind of transition into 2-base play, transition into robo play, use some Twilight Council and further the gateway tech tree, and using some Stargate play. So I'll probably make a couple more. Just showing different things you can do to that build, tweak it a little bit, showing some 2-gate, 3-gate robo play, showing a 1-gate Stargate Mothership Core Oracle expand, which is what I'm doing against Terran right now. It's what I do against Protoss. Zerg is a little different. It's pretty much the same thing, but it's Forge first. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go back to the mine right now. So I haven't been doing a lot of ranked 1v1s. I've been doing a lot of unranked 1v1s and a lot of just practicing in custom games against other people, like people I know, so practice partners. So like honestly, Platinum is no problem. Doing the sort of thing that I just showed is really easy to get to Platinum. As you can see in everything else, I'm Masters, though it's not saying much. Team games are all about rushing. That build is a rush. It's not as all-in as some of the other things you can do, which is why I like that. So it's putting on really early pressure. And yeah, I don't know, I guess I'll wrap it up there. I'll be showing more stuff later, as I said before. And yeah,